Hello, this is JJ Dewitt, the voice of Britain. If you like what I do here, please consider checking out my friend's channel, Pete Messam, where we make our own films based on shows and movies like Doctor Who and Star Wars, as well as our own original stuff under the company name FBC Productions. Thank you, Koral, for allowing me this quick plug, and now on to the actual episode itself.
The construction of the White House is coming along quite nicely, huh, DC? This is where I'll put my desk, and I'll probably hang this painting up there on that wall.
It certainly isn't one of our founding fathers, is it?
Well, this is my favorite YouTuber of all time, Viddy's Vids, a fellow American, and I can't explain why, but I feel like I'm somehow connected to this fine gentleman. Well, you could say we're both pretty good looking, so there's one striking similarity.
Sir, you might want to see this. We've got a report that a British ship has just attacked and imprisoned the crew of one of our ships.
What the hell? Again? These Brits just won't mind their own business. Why are they doing this?
Allow me to explain, sir. For the past few years, the European continent has seen itself involved in a fierce conflict, so-called the Napoleonic Wars. In order to choke France's trade, Britain had enforced a blockade, and it seems to maintain crew numbers, Britain is now forcing American citizens to work in the Royal Navy.
I know what this is. Britain's still holding a grudge against us. I bet he's still bitter about us going independent.
Also, Britain is supplying arms to Native Americans, who are now raiding our settlements in the West.
Let's go see this lunatic. Britain, we need to talk.
Not now, I'm busy.
Why are you attacking my ships? I think we're both over our bitterness.
Because we have suspicions that you're sending war supplies to France, my arch nemesis.
What? How did you know? I mean, you can't just accuse me of that. There's no proof.
You see? You just brought it to light, you bastard!
France is my friend. He helped me with the Independence War, so I'm just returning the favor to my pal, you know.
Great. And now your friend is threatening to dominate all of Europe. Could you imagine a world where France reigns supreme? It's every Briton's worst nightmare.
Whatever, that's not my problem. We're here to tell you something, ain't that right, DC?
Sir, I must advise you to really think this through. It's not within our best interest to—
The United States of America formally declares war on you, England!
Don't you mean the United Kingdom?
Our first declared war. Isn't that exciting, DC?
I suppose.
Well, okay. I shall resume with a more serious threat now, if you don't mind.
Hey, being that we're already here, can we see those Royal Guard guys? You know, the ones with the big hats. Is it really true that they don't move no matter what?
No, you can't see them.
Listen up, everyone. Britain's going to be busy fighting France over in Europe, which leaves us with a perfect opportunity to strike.
I must remind you that this is the British Empire we're talking about. We mustn't underestimate the Royal Armed Forces.
Come on, DC, relax a little, will ya? Just think about this. We might bring the Canadian provinces of Lower and Upper Canada as new states in the end of the war. Plus, our troops outnumber them.
I guess it's worth the shot.
Let us go, fellow Americans, to the Great Lakes, to restore our freedom and honor. Look, there's Canada!
Should we ambush her with our troops?
Oh no! I heard the Canadians are really nice. I bet she'll welcome us in as liberators. I mean, who likes to be part of the British Empire anyways?
Be careful.
Hello, Canada. Nice to see you around, eh?
It's him.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Settle down, Canada. I'm not here to fight you.
You betrayed our empire. I don't want to talk to a traitor like you.
Just hear me out. Well, okay, I guess we're doing this now.
I just don't understand the logic behind your reasoning. Why would you leave everything behind? The most prosperous nation in history. Why ditch our monarchy for a republic?
Oh, come on, you're just saying that because of British propaganda. I mean, Great Britain. Who's the real egomaniac country around here?
I'm sorry, but I need to prove my loyalty. Who knows? Perhaps in the future I might become a dominion instead of a group of colonies. Farewell, America.
This is just awful. At least tell me we managed to capture some Canadian cities or something.
I'm afraid not. While the battles in the Great Lakes region have been fierce, no significant territorial acquisitions have been gained by any party.
But I thought we had more troops than them.
Indeed, that is true. Though it is important to note that the British armed forces might be better trained and equipped than ours.
Come on, Canada. There's no need for us to continue fighting.
You should have thought twice before declaring war then.
Yes. But listen, there's lots of French people in Canada, right? And the French hate the British with a burning passion. It's only natural for us to unite against Britain.
You do realize that all British loyalists fled from your country to here, right? In our eyes, there's nothing wrong with the British crown.
Ugh, screw you then. We'll set fire to all your igloo homes and then you'll all drown. You'll regret this.
Well, that's very mature of you to say.
America, sir! We've got reports that the Napoleonic Wars have just ended in Europe!
Sweet, did France win?
On the contrary, France surrendered, and Britain is on its way back here!
Where did Canada go? And what's that smell? Someone having a barbecue in the middle of a war? What in the world? Hell, we haven't even finished decorating the interiors yet!
You came looking to pick a quarrel yourself, but I suppose it's a tad personal now. You see, if it weren't for you, France wouldn't have been inspired by your revolution and turned into a republic. Now that is something a monarchy like me deeply fears. But then France went all mad against all of Europe. Now Fort McHenry shall see the wrath of my mighty fleet.
Come on, man! Don't you think this is too much?
Don't worry. As long as they lower that hideous flag of yours in favour of our glorious Union flag, then we shall spare their lives.
As George Washington once said, the thing that separates the American Christian from every other person on earth is the fact that he would rather die on his feet than to live on his knees. Which basically means that my people won't surrender that easily.
Greetings! This is present-day Washington, D.C. speaking. It was the bombardment of Fort McHenry during the Battle of Baltimore that inspired Francis Scott Key to write the poem that would then become our national anthem.
Except we adopted it in 1931, 117 years later. Whoops!
But it left us with one of the most beautiful anthems out there.
If I could do the honors. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Why does Koral have to put me through all of this? I'm not doing this every—
We've been stuck on the eternal stalemate on the Great Lakes. Perhaps it'd be best to negotiate peace?
Sure, I'll swallow my pride. This war is just pointless at this point. Heck, it might even be forgotten in history. Hey, Britain. Listen, I know we've had our differences, but you've got to be tired with your war with France, and I'm tired of sleeping in my backyard since, you know, my home isn't that comfy now. So why don't we just forget all this ever happened, huh, Brian?
Brian? I suppose you meant to say Britain.
Well, let's see. Ah, yes, the script here says Brian, so I'm pretty sure it's Brian. Sorry, you'll have to excuse Koral for the scripts. I think it's clear that writing is not his forte. I just want to be as different as Britain than possible. What the heck, Maverick? Be as Britain as Britain? As different as Britain as... I just want to be as different than Britain as possible, okay?
Haha, yes. I mean, most of these words are completely misspelled here. Look at this! Misspelling honours without a U. Realise spelt with a Z instead of an S.
I guess we're not all that different after all. We suffer from the same struggles. How about we end the war and promise not to fight anymore?
That's fair. I call this an end to the British and American hostilities.
Sir, a minute of your time? Should we tell Britain that the scripts are written in North American English?
Why ruin the moment?
We shall end the war with a status quo, meaning that there shall be no territorial gains or losses by any party.
So basically everything's reverting back to normal? Man, so this war really was pointless after all! But hey, can I see the Royal Guards now?
Howdy, this is Koral, and I would just like to thank all of the voice actors who made this video possible here. You guys are so great. Now, if you would like your fan art featured here, among others, then you may do so through the Discord server down below, which is actually owned by my friend Eric, over here.
Yo, that's right fellas, I'm Eric P and I am king.
Wait a minute, I thought I was supposed to be the queen of the server.
I don't know about this. I mean, I guess we could share.
I ain't gonna share a throne with a rat like you.
Don't need to get that aggressive over something, jeesh.
Puny fools. I am obviously the server's ruler. I'm a dog, a big predator to all of you. If you don't accept me as your ruler, I shall eat you.
Yeah, right.
To assert my dominance, I shall eat the sheep.
Jeez, remind me not to piss you off.
Well, it seems we're in the middle of a civil war here. But the question is, which side are you gonna pick? Eric or Fluffy? Anyway, I'm really tired of animating this video, so bye.